Welcome back. Did you know that the Bible says do not fear around 365 times, one for each day of the year? The Lord is constantly telling us to not be worried. Philippians 4 verse 6 says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. When we do worry, that means we're not believing the truth about God. So why would we worry that the world is going to end because of climate change? It's the most preposterous and worldly fear tactic. Yet it's being pushed by the leader of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis. Take a look at this new video that was just released by the Vatican as part of Pope Francis's new apostolic exhortation on climate change. Of course, by now we know that Francis, who claims to be a Catholic, isn't shy when it comes to getting involved in political issues. But this fear-mongering propaganda goes against everything the Bible teaches. Joining me now is geologist, executive director of the CO2 Coalition, expert reviewer for the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and author of the book, Inconvenient Facts, The Science That Al Gore Doesn't Want You to Know, Gregory Wrightstone. Thank you so much for being back with us. It's great to see you.
Oh, good to have you on. You're right about this fear mongering. And it's one thing is clear: the Pope is very fallible when it comes to science. He should stick with religion because just about everything in this film and in his original Laudate Co. That he wrote was just incorrect. And we see that by almost every metric we look at, Earth's ecosystems are thriving and prospering, and humanity is benefiting from this thriving ecosystem. We're seeing crops breaking records year after year. Crop growth and crop production, agriculture production is outpacing population growth. The Pope gets it completely wrong about this. He's talking about climate refugees. I looked at the islands he's worried about. Population growth on those islands has actually just exploded. People are not fleeing from these islands, they're flocking to these islands because of the wonderful climate they have there. So he's wrong about ecosystems, he's wrong about the amount of natural disasters and climate disasters. They're decreasing, not increasing. Fires globally are declining, deserts are shrinking, and we're experiencing worldwide reforestation, not deforestation. The thing that's going to destroy our economic or ecological systems here, we look at it, are the industrial scale solar panel farms and the huge swaths of our American forests and grasslands that are being destroyed to put up uneconomical wind turbine farms, on an industrial scale.
It is just truly astounding and so sad that our so-called leaders are the ones who are basically framing this up and pushing this total scam that the masses seemingly buy into. I mean, I don't know what more information people need to understand that this is all just a massive hoax being orchestrated to ultimately strip us of our rights and freedoms, right? I mean, it's just so upsetting that our so-called leaders are spearheading this initiative to save the planet and so many mindless zombies just eat it up. Right? Biden's Energy Department now has plans to regulate a wide range of appliances used by Americans under the agency's evolving energy conservation standards, and has now prepared a list of home and commercial items they seek to ban. Now, on this list are dishwashers, microwave ovens, refrigerators, freezers, washing and drying machines, heating equipment, air conditioners. The list goes on. So it sure sounds to me like the World Economic Forum was right when they told us we'll own nothing and be happy. I mean, am I right? Is this where we're headed?
Where we're headed, all right. The Department of Energy has been regulating a lot of this, and it's in our own best interest. You just don't understand that your freedom to purchase. You're making huge mistakes when you're purchasing inefficient dishwashers that allow you to wash your dishes with sufficient water. You only need one dishwasher wash, or washing machine that you don't have to wash your clothes 3 or 4 times or twice at least because of the lack of water. Heck, I just bought a new shower head and installed it. It was a two head shower, and the water just dribbled out. It turned out I knocked them out. There were 3 flow restrictors in that shower head. And man, that water comes out gangbusters right now. So there's some little things we can do, but if they're limiting what you can buy, and that's what they're trying to do now, if you're only able to buy an so-called economical dishwasher, that's the only one out there, you're going to have to buy it.
Yeah.
Um, it's restricting our freedom to choose what car to drive, what dishwasher to use, what washing dryer to use. They just went after air conditioners, home air conditioning units last week, and trying to restrict our use to use natural gas to heat our homes. No, thank you. I've lived in a home with a heat pump. It doesn't work pretty well between about 40 degrees and maybe 80 degrees. If it gets too hot, oh boy, it just you're shivering in the winter and sweltering in the heat of the summer. And when it comes to these disasters they talked about this summer, they warned us about terrible fires this summer, heat waves, hurricanes. Well, guess what? I'll describe this past summer. It was hurricane season and we had a couple hurricanes. It was fire season and we had some fires, and it's summer and it was hot. These things have always occurred. They're always going to occur. But the key is, we look at heat waves, they peaked in the 1920s, mainly 1930s. 21 states set all-time high temperature records in 1936 alone. They've actually, high temperatures in excess of 100 degrees have been in decline for the last 90 years, not increasing. These are the facts that we need to get out, and that's why we at the CO2 Coalition make those facts available at our website, co2coalition.org, and you can learn that at that website.
Well, we're grateful for all the work that you're doing, Gregory, to spread awareness on this. I think we need a lot of people going over to your website to learn the truth, because everyone is being lied to, and it's not going to work out in our best interest if we keep allowing this to happen. Gregory, we're all out of time for today, but thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We'd like to welcome you to our new home for uncensored news and hard-hitting talk shows. If you're tired of cable companies and social media giants chipping away at your most basic and important right, freedom of speech, by shadow banning, demonetizing, censoring, and policing every single one of your posts, then One America News on Locals is just what you've been looking for. Finally, you'll have the freedom to express your point of view and stay connected with like-minded fellow patriots. And the best part is, OAN on Locals is only $5 a month. All of our credible, honest, unbiased reporting, ad-free talk shows, and exclusive content, all at the fraction of the cost of cable. So to watch, just click the join button to get the news you can't get anywhere else.